to That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.
All right, Kevin McCullough, glad to have you with us. Thank you for being here. And thank you to those of you, I have to give you an update, that have been part of our Ending Slavery in Our Time effort this year. This year, our goal, like it was last year, is 192 former slaves to be liberated and to be relocated and to be given a brand new start in life. Those of you that have helped us thus far, we are so grateful for. And as of yesterday, according to what I could put together in terms of gifts that have come in and gifts that will be made before the end of the year, we are up to 96 of the 192 slaves. So we're exactly at the halfway point. To be able to do that here in the first 7 months of the year means a lot. And we have a lot that we can still do. In fact, I'm getting word that there may be more that we can liberate this year. But we want to take care of those whose names we know, that we know where they're located at, et cetera, to begin with. So we're hoping that you will stand alongside of us. But I want to give you this update, because I think it's really important to understand that when Sound of Freedom and other things that are out there are talking about ending human trafficking, ending human slavery, we're talking about it in the context of a world situation where it is worse today than it has ever been. We have never had so many human beings being trafficked and being enslaved as we have on planet Earth right now. Millions, literally, are not their own persons. And the group that I work with, Christian Solidarity International, we've been working together now. It's going on more than a decade, and we have helped liberate more than 3,500 human lives specifically. So I am very honored that those of you that have been standing with us have. Those of you that have already given a gift this week or this year, thank you so much. 888-342-1010 is the number, 888-342-1010. And the process is real simple. Where we're working in this year is in Sudan, slaves that were left over from the Civil War that the world powers never did anything about. They have languished in captivity. But Christian Solidarity International has been at work. We are liberating as we find them one by one with individual negotiations with the slave owner. Many times they are willing to give up the slave for the purpose of getting a vaccine for their cattle. Their cattle don't do well in the harsh weather. We can provide an Ovidium vaccine, which helps them overcome those temporary problems. And in exchange, they let a slave be released to us, and we get them back to South Sudan. We get them back to where they came from, where their family was from, possibly family members if they are still around and have the potential to be united. So that's how it works. Now, $250 gives that slave their life back. But it also does more than that. It gives them everything they need to start their life over again, which includes food for a year, grain for another year beyond that they can plant and grow more sorghum. Sorghum is the grain that they eat the most in Sudan, and it's very, very durable and helps them have good nutrition. But then we also make sure that they have supplies to garden with and to cook and to do that type of thing as well. We also make sure that they have some blankets and tarps and things that can help keep them protected from the weather. And then my favorite part, they each get a little she-goat, and that little she-goat gives them a micro enterprise. They can have more goats. They can create milk and cheese and have a way of supporting themselves. All these good things that they do from that little she-goat. And all of that's included for $250. The goat itself would be worth 3 or 4 times that in the farmer's market. But for $250, we can deliver all of that to the slave tonight. 888-342-1010. We have 96 of 192 to go. We need you to step up and say, hey, I will take care of at least one human life. And tonight, if you choose to do that in the next 10 minutes, we have one listener who's going to match dollar for dollar every slave that we liberate in the next 10 minutes. So would you be willing to right now go to the phone and make that call?
I was a child when I was abducted by the Arabs. My parents used to own livestock, and my mother would do all the cooking for us. I don't remember the year that I was captured. There had never been any problems in our village. Then one day, all of a sudden, we heard that there were Arabs attacking Dinka villages throughout the south. We were so worried we could not even sleep at night. It was a big concern to my mother and my father. We were told that these Arabs were heavily armed and would kill all the animals and people when they would attack. We were very scared. Then one morning, they attacked our village. We scattered in different directions and I ran, but I was captured. My entire village was burned down, and I've never seen a member of my family since. Then I was taken north, into slavery. My eyes saw horrific things on that trip to the north. Women were raped right in front of us. Men were beaten, and 4 men were killed because they tried to fight back. They were shot dead before our eyes. Once at the slave master's house, I was pretty much starved and worked brutal hours every single day doing difficult and very, very hard work. There was no relief. And then they raped me. My slave master did not think of me as a human. He would not even let me go to the hospital when I fell sick. And one day I heard that there was a slave retriever from CSI close by. How I wanted to be free. That retriever secured my freedom. And thank God I was able to return to South Sudan. Thank you to each of you who helped the slaves be free. But please don't stop until we get them all.
It's a reasonable request. The phone number is 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. And your gift right now of only $250 will liberate another girl like Ahok, the one you just heard the story from. The names may sound different to our Western ears, but their hearts, their desires, their lives are no different than your own daughters. Friends, if you believe that slavery is evil, and if you believe that we should be here to make a difference, then please do. Pick up the phone, 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. You can also give online by just going to bringherhome.org. That's bringherhome.org or 888-342-1010. That's 888-342-1010.